Yo, and here we are. I am very sorry. I hope that you guys are hearing me well. If you do not hear me, please state something. Otherwise, I hope everyone is fine and everything is fine. I don't know how many of you are here because I don't know this stuff. I mean, I'm too old for this. Like, yeah, I'm like a boomer or something. So welcome. So this this really unplanned stream might contain, of course, music, and that would always be what I would be doing. But we're gonna like hear something that I actually composed at the hotel room, pretty much 100 meters away from the O13. So in case if people do not know, I mean, I do not know, so you tell me. I played this fantastic festival, ROADBURN REDUX, which is the very first festival that happened during COVID times. Super safe, organized by the actual whole team of ROADBURN, collecting stuff from abroad, has videos pre-made that it will stream online for free, including actual commission sets played right there at the O13, which is, I don't know, like 3,000, 4,000 people capacity kind of venue, really a great venue to play. And Bolvanist were asked to do a commission work and to play the full album, the new album. So we played two sets, one of 70 something minutes, another one of 60 minutes. Is pretty much what we did. And so we were there in Tilburg for like 5 days or something. And of course, knowing myself and how much I can be very social, I decided to take my Nomad studio, which is pretty much my laptop, sound card, one guitar, a couple of things, and pretty much a version of Reaper with enough of my plugins and a small keyboard so I could do something. And I pretty much decided to just do something, whatever it would be. And it ended up being this, which is some kind of dark ambient. Some people might call it dungeon synth, but I do not think it is dungeon synth at all. I do believe that it goes from dungeon synth like to something a bit more soundtrackish, which I'm really happy about. It was done in a couple of days, I think, because of course, as you would guess, I was never alone there, and we had to set up actually because we were there on Wednesday, and on Wednesday and Thursday we had 3 hours rehearsal at the O13, so we could set up everything, which was fantastic to do. The actual technicians and all the teams that were there were just top-notch people. And we had like those 3 hours, and of course afterward you eat and whatever. So I spent a couple of afternoons at some point just working on that, because at some point we had a rehearsal pretty late, like around 6. So I had all the afternoon and I just went there and worked, because for once I actually let my job at home. So like I didn't work on anything else but whatever that I wanted to do. And actually, I don't know if you will be able to see something, but we had a nice picture of in Tilburg. This is me and Bones from Dread Sovereign, who was a guest as well, as you would guess. I mean, the whole big black thing is me, and the other one, I mean, like this is Bones, and the other one is me. And it's super fun because this is the very first time I actually saw a Polaroid thing being made. I was given that to me because it was a bad one. Super happy about it. So in all ways, that will be pretty much what is happening. So, of course, far away from me the idea of being any kind of stupid rock star. But I pretty much If you have any questions about whatever happens, you're telling me, and we do that. Concerning the ROADBURN, concerning whatever, I'll just play a bit of the music because there are different parts, as you can see, divided by tempos. And so we could actually listen to a couple of them at some point and whatever. And no, this is not Bones from Sesh. Definitely not. Dude is called Bones, as his nickname for, I don't know, years too. But like, a lot of people are named Bones. You know it. So it's not Bones from Sesh. I mean, if it was Bones from Sesh, I would have made like 1,000 selfies, and I would have sent like, I don't know, 5 or 6 to you. Like, believe me, I would have, like, so fuck much. So anyway, let's start with this first part, which is pretty much long and really, really reminiscent of anything dungeon synth. I mean, I don't like dungeon synth. I just like to say fucking ambient and whatever. Here we go. So I got yourself like a couple of links that I want to send you because I really want to speak about something. So this song's I mean, this song here reminds me of an old game that I used to play back then. And I think I talked about it already, which is called Agony, but not the game called Agony, which is like several years ago, which is definitely like has nothing to do like some kind of survival horror thing. Like here we're talking about a very old school games, like from the end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s. And it's the actual soundtrack of this game is fantastic. So here's the link of the complete soundtrack. So you have to understand, of course, so the soundtrack of a video game back then that was on, these floppy disks, it's completely different, right? So, and I want to tell you something. So the very first song you will hear on this OST was pretty much taken and remixed by Norwegian superstars Jimmy Borgir on their second album from '96, Stormblast, and it's the song called Storgens Kammer, and actually it's a complete rip-off of the song, and of course the band didn't know about that apart from the actual composer, who was the keyboardist back then, who never told, and of course some kind of settlement was done, I think, and so here is the actual Stormblast version, which seriously is amazing. I know it's not good because he ripped the whole song, but he did it so well. Let's just be honest. Like the rearrangements and the ideas that he put, 6 minutes 20, just lovely. And it just reminds me of that, maybe because of the piano, because I just love some kind of piano, even though it's still sounds a bit, it sounds cheap. And that's pretty much what I wanted. Like I wanted this to sound not like super modern kind of orchestra, but something kind of a bit older, like something that you would hear on a video game at some point. Not nowadays video games. You get that. And so one thing, the 13 viewers, which is fantastic. Hello to everyone. If you want to introduce yourself, please do. If you're a musician or an artist, please share links because we are sharing whatever we do here. So let's just do this. And as I was talking in the beginning of this, we are now listening to some stuff that I did while I was at Tilburg in a hotel when I was waiting to do the ROADBURN REDUX festival with Wolvenest. And you know me, I get bored or whatever. So I'm just going with that. So if you have any question concerning ROADBURN, concerning the festival, how it was and everything, how, like anything, please, you just ask and I shall answer. And your version will probably have a bit. No, I mean, it could, but you have to remember, like, that it was in '96 when they did that. I mean, the Jimmy Borgir version, '96. I was, like 11 years old. I mean, I had, like a couple of songs under my belt back then. I mean, and it was way shittier than that. I mean, that's when, the age starts, and that guy, like Jan Arstad was his name. I mean, that guy could play like fucking hell, so it's just like so weird, like just thinking about how it was back then. Because back then, like video games music was done on the same programs that I was using to create music back then. So it was a 4 tracks kind of thing. Like all the samples were 8 bytes. They were super small. They had a noise like a in the middle of them. It was not good quality. You had just one sample that you had, just to. You really had like almost nothing. Like you had to imagine that all the sources of a whole song could be, I don't know, like several kbytes, something like that. It was completely different back then, completely. And people could create masterpieces with almost nothing, like with just a small blip looped. They could just create fucking masterpieces. And I pretty much miss that, like the good old days in a way, when we were remembering soundtracks. For example, like for me, that last soundtrack that I loved and adored to the maximum is the Diablo soundtrack by Matt Wellman. And it's just a magnificent thing. I mean, it just works so well and so it's just perfect. And that was actually modern music. It was I think in the 2000s or something. It was amazing, seriously. And now soundtracks of whatever music, or whatever video game can be fantastic. It can be a band playing, it can be someone composing it with a full goddamn orchestra, like anything. And I'm cool with it. It's fine. But Jesus Christ, I mean, people could do way much more with way less. And I don't mean, that it's bad, what they do nowadays. I mean, there's some soundtracks which are just beyond fantastic. Like, for example, like right now, I'm mixing and mastering the soundtrack of Warhammer 4000 game. Hired Gun, it's called. Doing mixing and mastering of the actual OST. And it's metal music. It's like amazing metal music. And I love it. Like, Doom was doing at some point, like with Mick Gordon, Doom or Doom Eternal, I think, I can't remember. Same thing, it was like kind of a super genty electronic kind of metal music. It's really cool because it really fits the music and the game, sorry. And it's amazing, like really, really, really amazing. And I miss that at some point we could just deal with almost nothing. Like, remember Nobuo Uematsu, the guy who was doing the Final Fantasy stuff, on fucking Nintendo and shit? I mean, that's pure genius because you just remember everything. Same thing with Zelda. Who doesn't remember, the beginning of Zelda or the Emerald Zone of Sonic, for example, or even like the fucking Mario Bros. Like theme, and everyone remembers that. Like right now, I don't think we remember these so much because it's so big, I'm even big a fan when creators and developers and musicians and do the OST. Yeah, of course. That's what I'm talking about. Because you just gave everything, Everyone was just done that. Painkiller soundtrack, yeah, of course. Of course. Judas Priest Painkiller is still fucking cool. 3 Fates, thank you for seeing you here. I hope everything is fine. Yeah, Zelda is, I never played Zelda. I mean, I was a Sega dude, so I pretty much never played Zelda. Even now, I just can't get to it. Well, I still do not have time to play games, so anyway. So let's go to the second part. We're gonna do like 2 minutes by 2 minutes. We're gonna go with this part now. So, once again, same thing. Amiga times, man, you know it. Amiga times were the fucking best. The best. I mean, I just miss that so much, man. So much. And I know I was a child, but I don't know. I mean, maybe because of the condition that I have, but I was very aware back there. It was just so cool. So cool. So fuck the bots, of course. Have you listened to Akira Yamamoto? Of course. Of course, man. I mean, of course. It's so fantastic. Like, especially Silent Hill 2, Like Laura's theme and... Oh my god. Yeah, of course. It's just amazing. Like, Silent Hill soundtrack is... Well, one of the best. Nothing else to be said. Alright, I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Once again, if you have any questions, please do so. I can type. Here we are. I really like this part, and I think this was very inspired. Like the only word I had when I did that was tower. Like something was happening in the fucking tower or something, whatever. Thing about video game is that it's a pretty good medium where you can mix emotion and attention. Definitely, definitely. And actually, it's because like back then they used to hire people who were not only just composer but intelligent enough to create music with what they could. Like the actual gear. I mean, imagine composing something for Mega Drive. You were limited by the amount of instruments, the quality of the instruments, and the length, and everything had to be looped and shit. It's insane. Someone in Discord said your tracks remain on Silent Hill. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, your track, can you please put the link, 33 Fates, please, put the link of your Bandcamp, because this was so good. And honestly, people need to, they need this kind of music in their lives. So 33 Fates here created one of the best dark ambient record that I actually listened to, and I listened to that yesterday. Because ROADBURN actually did the fucking Discord thing, and it's just fucking dope. And so we were there, and at some point I managed to get that Bandcamp link, and it's fantastic. Any person who can appreciate any kind of sick dark ambient, but claustrophobic, pretty much challenging you, should really listen to that. It's amazingly well done. It's music created, I do believe, like this is my own interpretation, it's music that I think is for dark introspections. Like I really like to think at some point, like it's kind of some kind of meditation, but like a very deep and personal, and I'm gonna say dark because I like to challenge myself. I need to think about the worst in order to see the better, and it really works at some point. So I just think everyone needs to be able to get into these moods so you can feel very comfortable in such gloomy darkness, And I mean like no black metal. I mean, you know me, like black metal is, my jam. But I'm talking about like music that you do not need to give any attention to. Like this kind of music, you can live it while you do something else. Might it be thinking, might it be working, and it's gonna give you everything you need without you needing to give attention to it. And that's why it's just so good. And I remember like that first song, I think it's called Submerge, right? Like first song is like 20 minutes, and you think 20 minutes is my jam. Fucking hell, it's amazing. It's just so good. Like I told you yesterday, instant buying that shit. Go on Bandcamp and you buy it. It's just so good. There is no way that you're gonna escape the fact that I'm just gonna give this to a couple of friends that actually enjoy this kind of music. So please put the link on the chat, and then people can actually get that and listen. It's so good. Really, really one of the best dark ambient stuff I've listened to, and it's been a while. Like seriously, really, it has been a while that I enjoyed such dark music. I mean, like that. Yeah, exactly. Take stepping back. Alright, so let's keep on here, and let's just go with maybe 3 minutes. Let's just go for the whole thing in here, because it's pretty much related. I think it's a bit more moving. See you in 3 minutes, and share the link, please. Thank you. Yeah, like this. This, for example, is pretty much role playing kind of like. I mean, I would say that everything here, is pretty much Dungeons and Dragon kind of shit. I feel like it's becoming lost or losing control. Yeah, exactly. Like this is pretty much of a wandering kind of like, like if you wander somewhere. I'm not gonna say forest because even though the color that I see within this part is pretty green, there's some kind of a, yeah, wandering, getting lost, something. I don't know. Pretty much, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I mean, I don't know why I actually started composing this once again. It just came out of nowhere, like telling to myself that I wanted to experiment. And supposedly I wanted to make this sound like black metal intro ambiances. And eventually I did not. I just kept it cool quality like or something. Yeah, exploration and discovery, wonder and curiosity. This, yeah, exactly spot on. Let's keep on. We go somewhere else. We're getting until here. Here we go. So yeah, why do you have like I don't know, feelings with this one? Because this is a bit better. I mean, it's not like getting lost or wandering in discovery. I think this has a bit of a more luminous side. No idea why. I mean, no idea what or something. I cannot think. I'm still fucking high of ROADBURN, so I just can't think straight right now. Anyway. Neverwinter Nights. I don't even know this one. I will check this. My culture in gaming or geek culture is bad. Like, real bad. Bittersweetness. Huh. It does fit. Indeed, it does fit. Let's keep on. So here we're going with something a bit different. But I'm gonna stop it just around here, because here, I mean, the part is long here, and I'm just gonna put the last one, or maybe those two, because they're like long riffs, like 2 minutes. This thing each time. It was really meant to be slow and annoying. This is very luminous, but I want to play this because I was done with the guitar. Yep. I mean, at least those two things here. Here we go. So we're gonna get slowly to the last part, and like I told you, I'm gonna put you here. Consider this as the climax and the end of the song. I think it's a good one. Like I told you, like this one is very luminous, almost very, very soundtrack-like, compared to the other one, which also had some kind of a nice, comfortable darkness, if I can just say something like that. But this one here is pretty much divided, but in a cool way. And after that, I mean, depending, we might do some music. Not sure though, because I really feel, once again, completely dry after last weekend. But who knows? We might do something. So let's have a listen to this one. And of course, if you have any reactions, anything you want to say, any questions, whatever, I'm here. Come on, you guys are gonna tell me like that. That was luminous. That was happy. That was like, you know, the end of fucking Lord of the Rings, right? I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Like, this is super happy shit. And I really wanted that at the end. Do not know why, but I just wanted that. I think it just worked with the whole thing. And so to answer my friend here, Crueldad Universal. I really cannot speak Spanish for shit, but anyway. I had no idea about what I was about to do, like what I could do with this thing. But I do like it, and I think I'm going to mix it and definitely release it on Bandcamp. The usual, you know, free download, donation for who wants to pay, and, you know, whatever, Spotify something. Because I don't need, like, I have no idea what I would be doing with this, you know, it's, not sure if I can do an album. This is 20 minutes. And it's divided, like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts, just a one full thing, and I'll just put it there, you know. I mean, music is just music. That was what the heroes of the story finally tell each other. Then, oh, how cute is that? Yeah, I agree with that. Like fucking sociopathic people, you know, like with dragon blood all over their faces, being like, oh, by the way, I love you. Okay, me too. Oh, let's make love. Okay, fine. There you go, happy music. Fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, we need happy shit. Like at some point, I truly believe though of like happy music, happy chords, happy shit. I mean, don't take me wrong. I mean, I'm a black metal, you know, Uber alles, but I miss these things at some point, like those very happy songs and happy doomy song, like super kind of, how can I say, like fuck's sake. I mean, I'm gonna give you a link of one of my favorite songs of all time. And this thing is so much ROADBURN material. This is a collaboration between drone weird band called Nadia from Canada and Black Boned Angel from Australia. It's called Christ Send Light. And honestly, it's drone doom with clean vocals and happy chords. So like everything that is on this song, it's just 16 minutes, and I'm so mad at it. It should have been 5 hours. I would have been happy if it would be like that. This is so positive, and at the same time it's not, because it's drone doom, you know? It this challenges you. It's amazing. It's just amazing. I mean, I should post that in the ROADBURN Discord. It's just perfect. I just need an artwork after a rare Mr. 6 log rap. All about playing playfully and happy through long. Yeah, that's pretty much what we can do. This track is cool anyways. It could be a nice single instrumental track. Fictional soundtrack. Yeah, that's pretty much the feel with that. And no, I'm not getting the reference because I'm too tired to actually get reference. So if you want to explain, please feel free. Alright, so because I don't know what to do because I'm so fucked and tired, I might actually just try to see what I can do with a couple of effects. Yes, the ending of Monolith and Dimensions was pretty much like that. Even with Attila on this, I think Attila was not on every song. But yeah, agreed so much. Happy songs don't relieve sad people. Sad song relieve sad people. It is. I think it's because, you know, sad songs we can relate to them. Happy shit can be pretty much impersonal, you know? Like, everyone can relate. Sad songs, less. It definitely gets more personal, and I think this might be why we might have more difficulties to relate to happy song. Like, depending, of course, the happy song, right? Because, for example, give me, I don't know, that song, Happy of Pharrell Williams. I fucking love it. Everyone can relate to that because you just sing it along and everything is fine. You know, it's a cool song. But, like, take, for example, that thing that I just posted, like Christ Send Light. To me, it's happy. For a lot of people, it might be completely different. On the ROADBURN Discord, we were talking about a song by Sigur Rós called Glossoli. And to me, that song can destroy you, like making you cry and feel like shit, or it can bring you the fuck up and give you, you know, power and motivation to do anything. It's amazing. Like, sometimes there's songs that can do such things, and it's just so cool. It's just so cool. So I'm gonna try to improvise something. So if you guys have anything or you want me to do something specific, which is, you know, pretty much okay. You know, I don't want to go like through super extreme violence right now. I don't have a headache, but almost. You tell me. But right now, I feel about like whatever EBOs, ambiences, and shit like that. So, you want me to do something? I'm on it. But right now, I'm just gonna whatever improvise. I can do Happy Doom too in case. Oh no, yeah. Find something else. Otherwise, I just do Happy Doom. have something to say about that, what you're saying, 3-3 Fates. That reminds me of one of the best and worst movies I've ever watched, and I know it's going to sound insanely cliche. Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Dream has this main theme, which, I don't know if I can find a piano here so I can show you. Yeah, there's always a piano. And like there's, despite the fact that the theme is always the same, which pretty much starts in G, I think it's like. And you know it goes like. Let me remove this annoying delay. Way too much reverb for once. Right. So. And so this theme to me is the happy one, or it gives some kind of like I'm not gonna say motivational power, but it's epic. It gives this nice epic thing. And now you have the same high theme, and the bass changes and it gets into this sad thing, and it's like nothing changes really, but holy shit, there's something which sounds like that. I'm gonna try, alright? I mean, I'm not a good whatever player. And directly it's changing the mood. Directly. And that's, you know, something that I love, that sometimes you have such power in songs that anything, and especially you and the mood that you're in, the music is going to help you to just reach a specific emotion, and either it's going to destroy it, or either it's just going to amplify it. And to me, when a song does that to you, it's perfect. And that's why I do appreciate a lot of what people call DSBM, because in a lot of sense, DSBM is just ballads with horrible screams. But the contrasts between sometimes almost happy harmonies and arpeggios and this kind of thing can really just be, yeah, so much contrast between this and the horrible screams, you know, and the way that it's produced, and it's slow and repeating and all of this. It's so much talking to me. Not everything, of course, but a lot of it really speaks to me because of that, because of this contrast. And I remember that Hypothermia, with a member of Cal, ex-Life Lover, Hypothermia was doing this to me. It just sounded so peaceful, relaxing, and sometimes luminous at times. And when you're getting these screams, you're like, nope, nope. And that's why I create this kind of music. That's why I just love always bringing contrasts in music. Always, always, always. So, Happy Doom, we said. Let's go with Happy Doom. Let me do something first. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna change the drums and take something doomier, because it's all about that doom, baby, and you know it. Let's try this one. me just do a small beat first, and I will just go with that. Okay, so this is just a regular doom beat. I mean, there's nothing fancy about that. Let me just edit it because I play like shit. All to the maximum. Come on. Here we go. Let's just copy paste that because it's doom. Up. I got my beat. Let me unleash. I'm gonna unleash the 8-string guitar. Oh my god. I love this guitar so much. Sometimes I remember why I bought it. So right now the guitar is in drop E, I think. I'm gonna put it back to F sharp, so give me one moment. Yeah. Oh yeah, for those who are new here, most of my streams is watch me retune my fucking guitars. So I'm pretty much a bit sorry about all that. Also, Ahab, fucking amazing band. Fun story, actually. Their drummer, Cornelius, is a very, very good friend of mine, and we played together in one record. If anyone knows the German weird band called Malady. It's kind of a progressive, a bit of avant-garde black metal. I did the vocals. I mean, I still am a part of the band. He's not. And we've done one gig together, the Ragnarök Festival, 2013, I think. That guy is, I mean, he's just apart from being, you know, an amazing drummer, and I mean, like, that guy can do. That guy can fucking blast, but he can jazz, like he can fucking groove. He's such a professional and an amazing drummer, and doubled with an amazing friend. You should have seen, like, at some point we were playing again in the same festival in Austria, like a couple of years ago, I think 2019, 2018, I can't remember. I was filling up bass for the Belgian LVTHN, Leviathan, and he was there playing with Ahab, headlining, and I saw him, you know, just going out of the van, and it was very sunny, and everything was super cool, and I'm seeing him, you know, like with his glasses, and just looking fantastic, and he just sees me, and he's speaking like some whatever gibberish in French, because of course, I'm a French speaker, and he just jumped on my arms, like, what the fuck, it was, like, metal, you know. It was so cool. So let me just change the sound of this because I want distortion. Yeah, I just need to do a small thing here. Small EQ. Let's improvise. 3 and 4. No, again. 1, 2, 3 and 4. There's a problem with my input. Give me one moment. Now we're talking. And 4. So, here we go. So I played the riff 2 times because I need a left and right, because that's what I do. I'm gonna put this 4 times because we're doing Doom, we do repetitive shit. Let's check the sound here. What's up, Lethal Paper Cut? Happy to see you here, and I'll see you another time. So you be well, man. Let's do this again. I badly played that. 2, 3 and 4. You feeling them vibes? Oh god. I wish I was like, I could hold like this guitar and actually playing for more than 5 minutes and do this kind of stuff live. Honestly. I just hate the fact that I'm just not good enough. This is so cool. Alright, let's go with and add some very melodic ebos. Friends, this is live. This is when you fuck up and you have to do it again. the thing with playing live is that the way that, I mean, playing live is fantastic, okay? Let's be honest. I despise everything which happens before and after most of the time, but playing live is amazing. For 45, 60 minutes, you're just the king of the world. And if you have like a good team behind you, and I mean friends, people who can play and who are your friends, you can trust them. So like you can rely on them. And like everyone relies on each other the right way. So if one fuck up, well, if anyone fucks up, like there's someone else that's gonna do something to make it way better. Honestly, getting up, like being on stage, is like at some point you really realize, especially people like us. I mean, you're pretty much like me. People would what's the word? Playing in front of two people would be definitely harder than playing in front of 20,000 people. Seriously. It's so much different, and the thing is that the intimistic kind of feel is just weird, you know, because of course, like you just open yourself a bit more to people, and there's a feeling, you know, that you're just there mentally naked in front of these people and doing shit that you love, and of course it's catharsis. So, you know, most of the time the moods that you're going to put up there, it's not like the right, actually cool mood, you know. So people are going to see a part of you that you might not want people to see. So that's a choice, you know. That's why, for example, like the set with Wolvenist, the temple one, so the second that we did on Sunday, I decided at some point, you know, just to stay there while they were playing Alecto, which I have nothing to do during that song, you know, but I decided to stay there, and I knew it could destroy me, and I stayed there, and it did destroy me. And is it my public image? Yes. Do I give a shit? Nah. Because at some point, I mean, I wanted to stay there. I wanted to listen to that song being played live more than anything, you know, even if it would trigger whatever crisis, which it did. Thank God I could control as much as I could. But that's the thing. You don't control shit live. So the things that you do control, they're going to balance everything up. And because the unknown doesn't mean bad, it just works, you know. It's just that at some point you need some kind of golden parachute. You know, for example, if I sing bad, it can happen, of course. I'm not the best singer in the world. But if I sing bad, I know, because of whatever that I know, you know, music-wise, that I can do a lower or a higher note, which will be in my range, and I'm going to feel super comfortable with. So I have this golden parachute. Or, for example, I could scream. Scream is to me way better than singing. I feel way much more comfortable. So it works, you know. So if you have a golden parachute, if you trust yourself also, if you fuck up, it's going to be fine. Because you're just going to be yourself. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is meant to be perfect. Nothing it works better that way. Because it's actually the imperfection that makes us human. And humanity is beautiful sometimes, you know. My good friend has tried to get me to play at this event so many times, even offering me to join me to do the visuals. He keeps reminding me that no one is there wanting people to fail. They're on the band side. Of course. You know, that's the thing. I'm not going to say you should. I don't know you. I'm going to say that what it can give you so much at a personal level. Like you would do something, you know, and you would be proud of yourself, like, you know, getting up and just get on this fucking whatever bike that you have and just do shit like that. And for fuck's sake, it's afterwards you're getting this rewarding feeling, and it's better than anything, you know. So, I mean, for example, I'm tattooed like all over the place, and I don't handle pain super well. And so the fact that I stay there, like the last big session that I've done for this arm, I stayed 7 hours and a half. The bigger pain started to happen for the last half an hour. So, you know what? Yes, I was screaming at some point because my body was done and fuck tired. But I just didn't care. The reward that I have, which is I have a magnificent piece of art on my arm, it's just congratulating me every single time. Like, I have this reward, I have this small pride, and this is the same with playing live. Like, every time that I play live, anything that I could do, you know, might it be wilderness or my own shit at some point, there's this thing like, hey, you've done well. You've been, you know, socializing with people, and you spent like a whole day out of your comfort zone, and you've done that, and you've been on stage, and you shared something. And small victories, fucking small victories. And until I became, I'm not gonna say addicted, but I like it. I actually like it, and I like the fact that I'm stressed before. I like the fact that afterwards I just want to smoke 5 cigarettes, and I stopped, you know, like smoking 1.5 years ago, and then it was so weird. And the people who can come to you and be like, I identified myself with whatever screams or something, and holy shit, I mean, this feels good because you help someone, you know. And the only thing that I try to do is just sharing how I felt. That's why I don't like touring much, because I don't think it's fine to do the same emotion every day. That's why this festival was unique to me, and that I lashed out a couple of times, you know. Situation of this weekend was so unique in the live experience. Yes, it was so weird, let's be honest. Screams at the end left me my jaw hanging open. Thank you. It was so powerful, it's an incredible atmosphere that just haunted me afterwards. I'm happy it did. Because that wasn't planned. Like, I did not plan to scream the fuck out of my lungs. I just told them, I'll do something if I want to. And they trusted me. That's why I'm telling you, you need a team that trusts you and that gives you, you know, the support. Like, you don't need our approval, do whatever you need and you feel. And I needed that. I really needed that because I felt so stressed, so bad, and I can't, you know, speak well in ways, expressing myself as a bitch. That's why I have 40 fucking bands. That's why I do this. That's why I improvise. That's why I like to scream, because it's violence, and I need this violence every day. And because I cannot speak, because I cannot put on paper my words, my emotions, my intents, my aspirations, anything, that is doing it. There were no lyrics. It's just lashing out. Did it help me? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, that helped me so much. Was it selfish? Fuck yeah. Was it for show, for theatrics? No. People take it that way. I'm cool with it. Whatever. But I was done because I wanted to. Because I felt like it. And because I felt in this cocoon of friends and family that I'm like, I just don't care whatever fucking happens. I decided to trust myself and to trust these people. And that's it. Look at that. I mean, it was weird watching it, actually. Because as you can see, I'm a super happy person in the ways that I just want to share black metal and love and happiness everywhere. And positive doom. Like I said, it was just pure. Yeah, it was raw. That's the thing. It was a raw emotion, like unpolished or something. And if people liked it, I'm happy. That's just I've learned with time and people and strangers telling me that my music helped them to get better. So at some point I start, I have to believe them because no one is going to lie to me. So, whether it's friends, whether it's people you don't know, At some point, it just feels good. And like I did something, and that's pretty much what I'm telling you, 33 Fates, that when you do a show, even if you play in front of two people and one of them comes to you and tell you, thank you, help me, or he gave me this, he gave me that, you're just gonna be like, okay, cool. Like you're gonna feel this amazing mixture of pride and humility together that you wouldn't want to believe it first, because you think everyone is, saying that because because they just, it was cool, like you, like your children, just coming from school, they're 5 years old, like with this drawing that they did, and you put it on the fridge, but it's shit, but you just put it on the fucking fridge because, they gotta believe it's cool. And, but it's not like that. At some point, music is music, like it speaks to people. I remember seeing a show, can't remember whom, because I don't remember the band, actually, they don't exist anymore for years. It was a black metal show, somewhere in France, I can't remember, surrounding of Paris, 15 years ago. And there's this this band coming up on stage, fucking up everything. Like they started like 3 or 4 times the first song, and at some point they were so disgusted, every single one of them. There were like 5 people in the band, 2 guitarists, bassist, drummer, and vocalist, that everyone was just talking during their set. And they noticed it, like they were just, we fucked up so much. But they did a cover of Freezing Moon of Mayhem, which everyone knows. And when they started playing it, like, I think it was actually the best thing that the band actually did, of course, because their music were a bit more complex and difficult to play. And, this kind of black metal gigs in the cave, the sound is not the best. And when they played that song, the mood changed. And the singer was so pissed at everything, at the actual situation, that his screams were so intense, so raw, and so pure, that everyone followed him. Like the whole band was relying on that guy's extreme abilities to just lash the fuck out. And everyone played perfectly, even if they fuck up so many times, because you could see them just really playing like that and just not caring. Like one of the guitarists lost his pick, he finished himself, with fucking fingers, and he broke a nail and he was bleeding all over the place. That's black metal. And that's emotion, that's raw shit. And that's what I'm talking about too, Sincerity is everything, yes, it is. Definitely. Yeah, we do wear masks right now even more. Since that temple set, I love the album even more because you threw emotion. Thank you, I'm happy. Honestly, my 2 favorite songs on that LP is Alecto, of course, and Incarnation. So that's either the 3rd and the 4th song. They're insanely depressing. And even though I love the, my song, I'm gonna call it my song, Disappear, where I'm the lead vocalist, it's a fun song to me. I love it because I can do my impersonation of fucking Peter Steele and shit. But these 2 songs, Alecto and Incarnation, they just speak, straight to the heart. Nothing else can just... And now that I performed them, in a way, I look back at the album and telling to myself, like, yeah, the album is perfect. But live it's better. Not because I'm there, not because I do vocals or this kind of shit. It's better because when you see Shazula's face when she's singing Incarnation, if you don't feel shit, then you haven't, then anyone has a problem. Because she felt it so much, because I felt that on stage, I felt her mood. I mean, I'm a fucking hero, so I feel that. And I felt her, and the whole emotional thing that she just put out of nowhere, and you can't fake that. It was so raw for her too, And she was so perfect that it gave me confidence. Like I told you, I could rely on her. And that's why I love playing live with family and friends, not session members. Session members, it's a job. I don't want music to be a fucking job. I mean, producing what I do, yeah, I would like to be a job. I love producing bands, but I help them artistically speaking. Music to me is no fucking job, should never be a job. And so thank you very much for all of your kind words to you guys. It really means a lot. Let's keep on a happy doom. I really like what I'm hearing right now. Agreeing, but I had to open the final track to those two. Oh yeah, Souffle de Mort was... What a fucking beast to play. It was nice to see how Shazula was checking on you. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I mean, it broke my fucking heart. Because after the set, you know, we went, of course, like we took all our stuff back and we went backstage to chill and eat. And so her and Corvus was the guy behind me, you know, like that long-haired guy with the long trench coat. Like the one, like the guitarist on the left of the stage, if you will. He's my best friend. And yeah, during during Alecto, like I could see how she was watching me, and he told me many times that he wanted to check up on me and see, but he trusted me that I would be okay. And it was like seeing these people looking at me like, this is what I'm telling you, like that's family, dude. It's beyond fucking words. I mean, come on. I can't fucking comment on that. I mean, it's just you saw it, and fucking grateful that I have these guys as my friends, you know. Let's do them on. riff. So yeah, I always play them like at least 2 times, so I can, you know, do that. Okay, let's do the second guitar in a small moment. So I think was the credibility continued. I had no choice. That's why I had to control the anxiety and just send it the fuck away and like go away. It's a bit weird to explain because, well, everyone is different, but I felt that the anxiety was coming in. I felt that I had to just leave in the middle, you know, of the song, in order to be better and just to get out and not hearing the song, because the song gave me this thing. And I didn't want to call it masochism, but I just didn't want to. I wanted to live the song to the fullest. So I sensed it happening. And either, you know, it was getting here, you know, it's always on the heart. Like, you feel like your heart's about to stop, like this pressure is restraining you from breathing. And I had 2 choices. Either I had to let it go there, either I had to cry. But to me, it was like crying means that you're still breathing. Because I had to think like that. So I'm like, yeah, just fucking cry and everything's gonna be fine afterwards. So I cried. Didn't cry for fucking years, like at least 5 years. Fucking hell, yeah, that's 5 years. Anyway, so it just made me concentrated, which is weird to say because it's not the case. That crying, I just let myself go crying, so my heart didn't feel so compressed. And of course, at some point, you know, crying stops, because it's done. And I felt it was coming back because I was less concentrated on the crying, of course. And that's when I thought to myself, best thing you can do, breathing fucking exercises, like the one that I gave someone on the chat last night. I think you're here watching this. If you are, thank you. This breathing exercise pretty much saved me every time that I have this. It's my best way to control them. And that's why I just, okay, head straight, breathe in, hold, breathe out, do this enough times. And so by doing that, my heart was not going like that, and it was just going slower and slower, and then it felt way better. And I'm just happy that I didn't have, you know, to do disappear afterwards, because otherwise it would have been you know, like going from this super depressing song to something a bit more happy in a way. So here it was way much more easy because Incarnation was still depressing song, let's say, but I could rely on Shazula, and that's how I managed to, you know, just be okay. And it helped, it really helped. Yeah, please, thank you for staying here, and please, you sleep well. I mean, it's late. I don't know where you are, but it's fucking late. So you sleep well, you be well, and thank you very much for being here. Means a fuck ton. Thank you. Who made feel as though things build up to become like an arch above me, physically stacking up. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. This crushing. Of course it does make sense, because yeah, you feel, everyone feels different, you know, like everyone, that's the thing. For me it's here, like I really have this feeling that my heart's about to explode and I'm gonna die with that, you know. And yeah, people feel crushed. I have some friends of mine that enters a state of catatonia, that they cannot move at all, and like moving their eyes is very difficult for them, so they stress and they start to shiver, and they're getting into a spasmophilic crisis, if you know what I mean. Anyone is different. And the only thing that I found to help people is this breathing shit. If lying down, helps, it helps. Anything. Like, come on, sometimes when I feel that this shit is happening, I'm getting up, I'm taking my phone, I'm putting some headphones on, and I'm listening to Dragon Force. And it fucking works. I shit you not. Because it's a power song, because it's fantastic and it's changing my moods. Like, I love music, so I give everything to music. So if I listen to power metal, my fist is up in the air. And that's how I do it. I need to understand that I am the master of my own fucking body and the master of all the bullshit that I give. I can control as much as I can. Shit I can't control, I try not to care much. But at least that. Yeah, the vision blurry, yeah, that's a fucked up one. God damn it. Oh, so you found the book, cool. Yeah, the yogic breathing is really so much fucking helping. And Ash, honestly, like this breathing thing is it's like a weapon that you can use all the fucking time for anything. Like someone pissed you off, do that thing. Honestly, it's gonna help you to chill, because compare like to 20 years ago, we were not caring so much about people's opinions. They could just speak, Right now, we live through the internet, and so anyone's opinion, especially if it's a stupid one, we want to change it. You want to go and fight, And sometimes it's just stupid, We're just gonna end up like talking to fucking walls, so I don't want to talk to a fucking wall. Let's do them on, people. Scary in public places, yes, of course, no shit. Yeah, yeah, of course, trying to hide it is goddamn one of the worst feelings I've ever had. So much. Survival mode, exactly. It's actually impressive what we can do in survival mode, though. Yeah, exactly, like you said, like how much we're gonna fight for that. It's insane. Like we would move fucking mountains for survival. So much. Chiba turn a ship with your tongue and it cools. Yep. Yep, I know that one too. Or like, breathing through the diaphragm, as well. Like super breathing in but with the mouth, and you have like a horrible face when you do it, like and like really taking big fucking breaths, like in and out most of the time. But you really need to do this standing up, and not so many times, because otherwise your head's gonna spin. Super fun. Tackle breath. God, that was fun. That was fun. That's evil. Fuck, it's already finished. Huh. Not happy. Ninjas primal like animals. Yes, we are fucking animals. We should never forget about it. Like, so many times I'm seeing like the shit that I would do when I'm in survival mode that I would just never do normally, you know. Protecting someone, protecting myself. It's insane. Lion's breath is one of my favorite too. I think it's called. Look really ugly, just stick you down your chin. Okay, that's a weird one. I do not know that one at all. I really do not know so much like about everything. I just know that one. I pretty much know it works for me, honestly, because that's what I do. Like if it works, sharing and just keeping on. Let's do them. It's a cool start of a cool song, I think, here. Yeah, I got the edited on Figure 11 to depressing song with a unique ambient. Well, of course you can ask, and well, it is because you're gonna listen to the song and you're gonna understand directly. There is a sullen version, which is called sullen version, I have no idea why, of the song. So the original is pretty much of a very cool kind of neo-metal, but they did sullen version, which is one of the doomiest rock song I've ever heard in my whole life. And I fell in love with the song, and I thought that it missed a bit more this depressing mood, and that's exactly why I decided to cover it, which is more than 10 years ago, so my singing is very bad, and I wanted to redo it again and again and again so many times, but it really never ended up being really good, like never. It was just not cool. But oh well. That's pretty much the story of it. Right, let's see here what we got. This shit really needs vocals, and I could use a technique which pretty much makes a very big growl and doesn't need a lot of volume, knowing it's 1 in the morning, 1:40 in the morning. Sick of It All, no, we do not mean the band Sick of It All, we mean the song Sick of It All by the band called Finger 11. But yeah, Sick of It All is a great band. Great band. So vocals, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm just going to improvise something. I can do that. Yeah. So give me one moment, I've got to put effects and big ass fucking reverb and shit. It's pretty much what I love. So I just really hope that the neighbors are not gonna hear it up. I mean, they didn't complain last time when I went like to fucking 3 in the morning or something, doing such thing. I mean, it was fun though. I'm a very, what's the name? Like, I really do not like to annoy people. Like, I really try to avoid conflict as much as I can. So especially, you know, with neighbors, especially that my neighbor right here is a dope person. Like at one time, actually, I was just going out to get some groceries and he's out and he's like, did you record something last night? And I'm like, yeah, I'm recording a band, you know, and the guy's here. And he's like, I really like what you did. I heard it. It was very cool. And I'm like, oh, so nice. Thank you, you know. It was really cool. Alright, the big ass fucking reverb on this motherfucker. Where is it? Where is my reverb? Here. I really should go to bed, for fuck's sake. I'm a big fan of vocal improvisation, especially in made-up languages. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm about to do. I think there's a few cover of yours where you turn some tracks into a much better version, in my opinion, like Sick of It All, The Gathering, Sutton in Marilyn Manson's Made It Come White in The Shadow Valley of Death. Christ. Thank you very much, man. I don't think that I did better. I did different. I did my own way, you know. Especially the Gathering thing. Yeah, the Gathering thing, that's a fucking ROADBURN song. The way that I've done it. It's really super happy to me and whatever. But thank you so much for appreciating it. I don't know if you know that, but I covered Fateless Insomnia with my band Idal, and it's pretty much one of the sickest shit that I've ever done, because going from on a dark electronic song ended up into being suicidal doom. Was fucking intense to do it. I'm the same, I don't like confrontation, but most probably I prefer not to upset or disturb. Yeah, exactly. I'm the fucking same. Like, there was one time, it was 1 in the morning, I think. I wanted to try an idea so bad. It was hip hop. So I went in the vocal booth and I started to do it, but I did not realize that I was actually going with a harder voice. And I was sent a message like, hey, please tune it down. I felt so bad. Like, so bad. My God, like, I went like the next day to apologize, and he was like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I was a bit up and I heard a bit of noise, like nothing much, just in case. Oh yeah, by the way, like, Insomnia fucking sucks. Like, I was actually like in a bunch of fucking Insomnias when I recorded the cover of Insomnia. It was fantastic because it just made sense, you know. Alright, so let's create vocals, but for that I need to remove here, this is how I talk to you, you know. So I will be back to you very soon. Here we go. This is me with my effects. Just doing this. Alright. Let's have fun, people. I need water. I'm out of water. And I don't want to go all the way down to I'm on the second floor in here. I don't want to do that. You improved a lot the starting song. I show a friend who's gonna like the version. Thank you. Super happy about that. The effects on the vocals are very simple. So there's a compressor and a gate, a very, very, very small drive, then an EQ, and a big fucking reverb. It's pretty much what I do all the time. It's just that here, like this technique of vocals, it's pretty much just saturating it and forcing it a bit around here. So it's like you. So there's a saturation, but not a lot of volume, which means you can make a 30-second kind of thing like that. So it's a technique. I really like it. Sleep apnea. Oh crap! Fuck, that's bad. Really don't. I really hope it's gonna get better with you for that. Thank you, Ash. Yeah, exactly. It sounds like it's pretty much like kind of the slow vocals, even though the slow vocals are a bit different. Like the slow vocals are like I'm actually, you know, in the vocal booth and I'm standing up and I really have this how can I say? So I'm using this technique, but I put a lot more of power and air going out. And that's pretty much how it feels. Really is cool. Also, I feel quite validated to sing that I'm not the only one who does vocals while sat in front of the door. Yeah, of course. Why would we? I wasn't doing it right unless I was a villain. Come on, let's be honest, you know. What matters is the result, right? No one cares, all right? It's all about the result. So I could just take the microphone, like, and do whatever noises. Like, if it works, it works. Like, this is a shit microphone. This room isn't acoustically treated. It's an SM58, you know, it's a live microphone. It's not like an actual recording microphone. Like, whatever, you know, like, don't. Okay. Do you know what's the difference between professional musicians and amateur musicians? The only difference is the money. It's the money they make. That's the only difference. I've been to professional recording studios where people were using such shit microphones for amazing results. Sometimes, you know, like an example of what I do. I want a sample. Like I want a sample of, I don't know, like a monologue about depression. All right. The thing that I would do, I'm gonna write it down myself. I'm gonna just do the fucking sample by myself, which means I'm gonna have a text. I'm gonna have the text on my phone. I'm gonna put this goddamn microphone here. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna put on whatever YouTube something, ambiances of outside, you know, something. And I'm just going to say this text. Why being, you know, meters away? So it's gonna sound like a sample. And it's disgusting and it's shit, you know, and here you go. And it just works. Because at some point I just wanted to do everything on myself. I want to put the mood that I want. Because I don't want, you know, to, again, take a fucking sample of, you know, Devil's Advocate like everyone did. She'll be well. Thank you for coming. It was really, 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 really cool. And see you soon, bro. So we have 3 minutes only. It's not cool. 3 minutes is never enough. Let's make something. What? Fucking stupid today. Oh yes, of course, and a rise from the to the sky. Yeah, of course I know. The voice is insane. I'm a bit sorry, but I'm just gonna keep on because I have ideas, so I will read afterwards. Let's make something cool. If anyone has lyrics idea, please write them down, and I will be singing them here on this part. I think that sounds good. So, let's keep on. I feel as though something near the sea as an evening a little before l'heure bleue. Oh! Nice. Yeah, I actually had feelings when I was living in Bulgaria. At some point I was in Burgas, which is complete east at the Black Sea. And I was 23 at night, of course, and it was all black. And I wasn't super appreciating the night that I was spending there. So I decided to really go just in front of the water. And it was maybe not so far away from the people I was staying with, like 500 meters, but there was nothing. And I was just there, listening to the waves. And that's pretty much like how this feel, actually. So yeah, it's spot on, actually. Yeah, there's definitely something with the sea. Yeah. Happy you feel it like that. And yeah, there's something in Ostende, actually. I really want to go back there. Actually, you know, so my band, Slow, we're 2 people. I pretty much do everything, let's put it this way, but my co-worker, Laura, she's doing bass, composition ideas, several vocals, and all the lyrics, which to me means a lot. And the very first thing that we did together with this band is an album called Oceans. And it's pretty much an album talking about depression. And it is the best watery funeral doom thing I've ever done. It was fantastic. Christmas period in Belgium, and then oh yeah, but this, I can understand actually. Belgium is a great country. I mean because I live in it. I mean of course I'm not 100% of a big fan of it, but still a great country. All right, I have an idea for the rest, so I'm gonna keep on. Let's make this song at least 10 minutes. This doom needs 10 minutes. So if any one of you is way too tired, you tell me. Because I'm gonna keep on. There is something that I find like always super awesome is like having an 8 string and being able to play 0 2 2 string like Like this supposedly should be like the heaviest chord to play, and I just love when it just sounds good. Yeah, it sounds alright. Speaking of insomnias, how's the Discord people? Some of them still up? Because it's 2 in the fucking morning. Realize that for many years I'm no guitarist. Well, you know, I don't think it's torture or something. I mean, I don't play the guitar the right way. I mean, I'm holding my pick the wrong way and everything. I mean, I am actually restarting, like, to play the guitar, and honestly, I don't have the patience. I just can't, you know. I just do what I do because there's facilities and I can just play that, you know, only here in front of a studio. Like I'm not a good guitar player to say I'm gonna play guitar live. Never. Bass is fine, but bass is without a pick. I'm gonna do it with fingers, and then it's gonna work fine. But yeah, I know my limits too. But I think that any kind of noise you can do, just keep on doing it. Come on, I mean, what is music if not just organized noise? lazy today. Let's copy paste that. Space. Smack them with bottles, crush them with knives. Your pianist synth player, okay. What kind of pianist, if I can ask? Classically trained or like self-taught? I mean, anything music-wise is always interesting to me. Even though not only music-wise, but yeah. So here we are. Let's try this. Cool, I can take all this, remove that, and let's ebo this again. My proposition still counts. If anyone has lyrics, you tell me and you go. Oh, here you go. That's lovely. Gonna use that. Definitely. Thank you. Violin. Oh, fretless instrument. There you go. Yeah, of course, ADHD. Of course, you ADHD. Of course, come on. You know it. Focusing, practicing is a bit, yes, of course. Just wanted to play and improvise. I like everyone. And I think, and I know that if you watch someone doing something and if you want to do the same thing that the person does and you cannot do that in the next 5 minutes, you're just going to stop and say, yeah, fuck that. I'm not going to do it. Been there, done that. I'm not going to say it's classical from people like us, but hey, so we do. Yeah, good night, and thank you very much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow when I'll send you the stuff, of course. And yeah, it's pretty much like what we are. I mean, you know, it's I slowly had to tell to myself that slowly but surely, you know, is one of the best thing that I could do. And it did help, you know, in terms that I would just spend, you know, a couple of days trying to reach an idea, you know. Well, yeah, well, I mean, I would love to be able to do that. You know, I do believe that talent is helping, you know. Talent is can be innate as much as it can be taught. I mean, especially these days, like you can create hits. You have to study them, like, but it is possible to create hits out of studying and not music making, which is horrible to say, but it exists. Now, you know, we reach the underground, like we're talking about underground, right? This is pretty much who we are and what we do. In this case, we talk more about with and about our hearts than with our wallets. So there's already something different, you know. And yeah, you know, sometimes you can spend fucking years working on an album and it's not gonna be good. Like, I don't know, Chinese Democracy of Guns N' Roses. And at the same time, You can improvise something and create an album in 2, 3 days, or even a week, and it's gonna sound 1,000 times better than the album that you worked fucking years for. You just don't know, and that's why I like with music, because it's so fucking random, and any kind of art is the same. I mean, come on. The greatest thing with art, any kind of art, is that if you're able to give me 3 points why it's pure shit, and 3 points why it's pure fucking awesomeness at the same time, then it's art. And talk to me about like Jackson fucking Pollock. My dad was like, yeah, he's just an asshole, he's just, dripping shit on the fucking ground and blah, 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 that's not art, and I'm like, yeah, but do you understand the gestures and everything and the trip and all of that? And it's like, yeah, this is fucking bullshit, like, and bobo, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. I'm not into this fucking mental masturbating shit, but I understand the fucking mental masturbating shit, and that's why it works, and it's nice. When it just happens, it's so cool, and I don't know, I just love it. I just love when this kind of stuff happens, when out of nowhere you can create something which defies anything that you've done before as an artist, and you're like, how could I create such a magnificent thing in such short amount of time while I'm fucking struggling for years to finish what I should be calling my masterpiece, You don't know. And plus, art is selfish. You might think that it's a masterpiece, people might think it's shit, and the other way around. So, that's why I love it. Alright, let me keep on here. This is how you create harmonies. Thank you, Coelda Universal, for bringing one magnificent person. Here's the thing I've thought about talent. Natural fluidability definitely exists, yes. But it's a virtuous starting point, yes. Starting point, perfectly chosen. We still need to practice, yes. But this is the thing, we enjoy the satisfaction of things we can do well, of course. We promise to do it again and again and again and again, and then suddenly you've practiced without realizing for 10,000 hours. You no longer you just had to be the highest skill to yes. And there's one thing that I realized too. At some point, that came like years ago. I had something in mind that I was playing the guitar, and I felt like, Christ, there's nothing that I can do. Like, I was stuck. like my skills were at the maximum for the time being back then, and I couldn't do shit. I will never be able to play like that or play faster or play this thing. And I felt so discouraged. And out of nowhere, by just practicing once in a fucking while, I realized that, oh my god, I can actually play that shit. And it's just because even by playing the same thing and not, just doing the training, I could actually play a couple of things. Because I can't, I never practice this shit. I try to. I never last more than 2 minutes. Pisses me off. And I know that it's the key for me to reach, a better skill level, but I just don't care. Because I suck. And that's it. Piano and then synth, that was naturally comfortable. I had good intuition for them, so I played all the time. Even if it wasn't classical practice. Yes, of course, I would understand that so much. Yeah. There's some synthesis who playing and visualize the waveforms. Oh, nice. Or an instrument, especially guitar, didn't feel like this to me. Of course it doesn't. Well, it's different, guitar and pianos. It's so different. I mean, it's not the same in all ways. On one, you're still using two fucking hands, but on the one side, the piano should be my favorite instrument. And I do not play it like as I wish I would. And I try, to go to the academics and actually learn it. But gonna double my year 2 times because I just didn't care about playing fucking Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I cared about playing, Moonlight Sonata, fucking Beethoven, which is the best song in the fucking world. So yeah. We have to go back to the first riff. We have to. Repetition is the key. And I do believe that we can go back to 2 of these. Wait, no, this is the first riff. Yeah, okay, fine. So we can take these, divide it into 2. Go. Taking these 2 right here. We're gonna divide this in 2. Okay, here we go. Bam. Repetition is the key, and the song is almost done. Yeah, I know it sounds easy, but no. Save. You've made me think though. Some years I had this other realization that most of the skillful guitarist friends would practice as kids. And their fingers bled, and I thought I would never be like, I'm not a guitarist. No, it's not the same. But what you said about improving your skill level without, yeah, of course. I mean, the thing is also, what you want to do, If you want to be able to play like fucking Steve Vai, I mean, anyone can with practice and dedication and everything. But that's not what we want. I mean, Steve Vai is Steve Vai, and he's a genius. And what he can do, no one else can. Even, faster guitarist. But what we care about is being able to express ourselves, So there's never such thing. I mean, the motivation comes. Like, we are a bunch of fucking stupid people in the sense that we don't realize that we're doing fantastic things. All right, like this daily training, or like we're talking right now. Like, for example, like I'm talking in front of a goddamn camera. I fucking hate cameras, but I'm talking there, forcing myself. I should be happy. I should be proud that I'm doing that, and I am. But I'm not realizing it, or some people do not realizing that, and I don't care, if I just want to do this. But it's every kind of art is selfish. I do believe that we don't make music for people. We make music for us, and then if it pleases people, it's cool. But otherwise, if it's not, it's not. But the first thing that we do is 1,000 times better, to self-loathe than anything else. Because it's comfortable. Because it's easy, We will never just go, to the path of challenging ourselves and telling that, yeah, we should think like that. We should fucking understand that. We're not worthless because we're still here, Like whether it is by art, whether it is by just being there for friends, because, we're good friends. We're good, like we're amazing shoulders to cry on, best people to give, the best advice and shit. So why shouldn't we trust the people who are telling us, hey, you're a great friend, compared to believing in us? Self-loathing has a basis, I mean, we got to think logic here. So if we think that this is us, we are completely into self-loathing, and we cannot see through anyone else's eyes but us. And on the other side, we have 5, 6 different friends who are telling the same thing, that we're good people, good friends and everything. Who are you going to believe? And if you really go with pure logic, you're not going to believe yourself. You're going to believe the people. Because they don't do this to get something from you, Apart from extreme cases, but we're talking cool cases here, like normal shit. Like, people would just not tell you that you're not a good friend. If you just suck, they're just not going to tell you anything, But we're told this kind of stuff. Like, we're good people. And so we got to understand that we will never, maybe not, but at least we should at some point be able to see ourselves from another point of view. We got to take a step back from ourselves and be like, okay, I'm a good person because, like every single day in the morning, I'm getting up and I've got this list of things that keep me going, And I told to myself that if I don't have one thing, then considering suicide might be a good idea. But I never, ever had the 0 line. Never. Because the first thing is art, creating music. Then there's friends. Then there's family. Then there's the shit that I do. Then there's, I don't know, like you people. And 1,000 things. My friends, the people that I love, or the Mortal Kombat movie. Fucking anything. And instead of just seeing the bullshit, I'm seeing every single solution that gets me going every day. Sometimes I don't even think about it. I just get up. Because I don't need to think about, oh, why shouldn't I just jump off a fucking roof? And I'm like, because you just fucking can't, you stupid cunt. Because you got so many other things to do. And so many good friends to support, So We can be lonely, but we will never be alone because we're good people. And because the way that we express ourselves with art, it means something, you know. Now, we're not crazy stupid people like going full politics on our music and just going with that. We're talking about pure, raw, like uncut fucking emotion. And that's what, you know, makes us, I'm not gonna say interesting because that's not the word I want to choose, but unique and, you know, significant. We are fucking significant, even if we're not known, even if we're not, you know, just giving up to the world and showing us and promoting, like, you know, fucking PR companies or whatever. Like, we're just ourselves. And I do believe that this is sufficient for us to just be who we are. And that gives us a reason, that one reason, that even if it stays just that one reason, you cannot fuck up and die. You can't. Because there's you. As long as I exist, that I want to do something, I have to stay alive. And I want to. And I will. As much as I can, you know. I have so many things to do, so many things to say, so many things to tell, so many fucking efforts to do in order to be a bit more myself and helping people. Maybe yes, maybe not. I don't even care, you know. I know I want to do shit. And don't care about my age, you know. I mean, I'm not fucking 20 no more. And I don't care. Like, I realize, you know, for example, I'm never going to be thin again. I'm still going to keep a bit fat. It's fine, you know. I mean, I could just jump on this fucking bike and just do something, you know. But it's my fault, you know. I need the discipline. And it's my own choice. And if I complain about being fat, it's an auto slap in the face because I'm like, you stupid cunt, and then go on that bike and do something. But I assume the lack of motivation. I just shouldn't as well use that as an excuse. I've seen so many people using themselves, their mental illnesses and shit, as an excuse for everything. And I mean, it is an excuse. Should we, you know, just drown in it? No. We get 1,000 times better things to do than just always using, oh, sorry, I'm an autistic person, so I'm gonna speak so fucking much, and you will have to cope with it. No, we gotta do efforts. We gotta do fucking efforts, because that's the way we grow. Efforts. Gotta do this kind of stuff. Always. Fuck excuses. We're too old for excuses. We're not 15 years old anymore. You know, we're not fucking kids. So that's it. That's why I'm telling you, the music you do, for example, is great. And you gotta see facts, okay? So I'm an artist, I'm a musician, I'm a fucking producer. I play in fucking Wilderness, bitch. So anyway, I've got like reasons to tell you that your music is great, you know. So if I tell you that your music is great, your music is great. You can fucking disagree, but it doesn't, you know, absolve you from the fact that, you know, your music is great. Life has a meaning if you want to. I mean, to me, and this is very personal, life is giving as much as you can and making the people around you happy. That would be pretty much what I want to do. Or helping them out. I know as well that my goal in life is to create music. Because that's actually the way that I can speak to them, it seems. So I'm happy with that. Life can also be an actual goal that you want to do, like whatever it is. making an album, making something, do visit that, visit this. There's 1,000 things that you can do with life. It's like, it can be meaningless, but only, if you believe it or if you want to. And I don't believe that life is meaningless. I don't believe that any lives are meaningless. Everything has a reason. Everything. I can't prove that. I'm not omniscient. But we all have a part to play. Don't ask me what, don't ask me why. We all have something to do. And to me, I believe in the infinity small, infinity big, You need a nanometer to reach a millimeter, to do a kilometer. So without one fucking nanometer, you cannot reach this millimeter. Everything is so important. I believe in butterfly effects. I believe in some sort of balance. I believe there's no, good and evil in a way. I think it's the way that you do things, I can't, for example, killing someone is evil, definitely. Killing a stalker that pissed off and raped my friend, that's not evil. It's a cool thing for the world. See my point? So that's pretty much what I mean. There's a meaning for everything. And yeah, you can tell me, yeah, that rapist, yeah, definitely, he has a meaning. Because without that rapist, my friend wouldn't have been so strong right now. Horrid to say, fucking horrid. But that's the way it is. Always try to see the positive in whatever bullshit that happens. I mean, we try. At least. We try. Let's keep on making vocals. I'm gonna get vocals of my friend. If you have any other lyrics, feel free. I would be happy to use them. Otherwise, we'll just invent some shit. Here we go.
Definitely okay with what you say about ventures. So much.
No. I really need water. But I really don't want to go down. Alright then. I think the song is done. Might just need to do some kind of outro or something. Let me find something. Filtered water is actually the best. Elderflower lemonade and some rose lemonade. Rose lemonade, I'm not a big fan of it. Elderflower is dope though. Really, really good. But rose lemonade, I find the taste a bit too, I don't know, like I'm too used to it. It's like jasmine tea. Like my mom has like a lot of jasmine kind of perfume, you know, that she used to wear when I was a child. She was wearing it a lot, like jasmine. And now when I have like jasmine tea, it's like I'm drinking my mom's fucking perfume, and I'm like, nope, thank you, that's cool, but nope. So in all ways, guys, I think the song is finished. I have no intro though, but I think I can use the piano as an intro. So let's do this. Let's see the transition. That works super fine. I just want to do some cool thing here by just making the EBOs going slowly in. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Happy Doom. Heavy as a shipping container for the PV. Close the thrill as a miss of me never. Ah, that guy. Happy he likes it. Who wants to? Let's just listen to it. Let's just listen to it all for 10 minutes 51. And you know what? I'll send it. I'll export it afterwards, and I'll just put it. I'll put a Dropbox link on the Discord because I cannot shake the feeling that I am so influenced by ROADBURN Redux and everything, you know, that we've been doing, all of us together for the past 2 days and shit. Like I'm telling you, like I have RSC feeling so much, really brings me back so much. It's super fucking cool. So let us have a listen, and I will be of course in the chat if you need anything from me. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy. Song is quite cool. Happy doing pretty much what I wanted to do. So yeah, the title is really, really fitting so much. So definitely gonna use that. And I'm happy you appreciate it. I'm really happy that you guys enjoy this. And yeah, 4 years old, that's when I discovered music, and that it was super awesome to me. Yeah, it really felt like super important when I was 17, because that's when I decided that I had to go deeper and deeper in music and discover more. And yeah, 4 years ago, because, and I know it's gonna sound stupid, but I had this hand tattoo. Yeah, I think like 4 years ago. To me, like a hand tattoo is a job stopper. And even though I know that it got, a bit better around here, I know that it's pretty much of a job stopper still. And I told to myself, like, okay, you do that. There's a point of no fucking return. You gotta do something with what you can do. And that's when I'm like, yeah, I want to become a fucking producer, so let's just try. 4 years later, it's still not the best, but it's we do what we do, or what we can. So, all right. Well, this being said and done, I will be stopping this stream. I would be trying to mix and master this so I can already give it to the ROADBURN people. And yes, Isabel, I'm gonna send it to you too, and it's gonna be on YouTube soon enough. Definitely. Do not mind that. And for other typical questions, unsure what I'm about to do. If just out of nowhere single, if I could do an album like that, I have no idea. Really, I'm not concerned with that right now. Seriously, I'm just I'm happy that I did something, because honestly, a couple of hours before I started the stream, I just couldn't do anything. I actually tried to make music at some point during the night, and I had just nothing could go out. Nothing. I think that this is why I appreciate these streams, because it challenges me to do something while talking, and at the same time, I'm not gonna say entertaining, because that's not what I want, but like keeping people occupied in the right way, without losing my integrity. So it would be it. So thanks to everyone who came here. You guys were a lot for the time, for the night. Thank you so much. And you will have the songs soon enough, normally. And you can tell the Discord guys that in 15 minutes I'm gonna come with the song, so it's done. And people who want to listen to it, they can, otherwise it's fine. Thank you once again very much for being here. It means a fuck ton. And for those who were at ROADBURN, for those who watched and support Wolvenist, thank you. Thank you so much. It was a weird and fantastic experience. Because you fucking know it, I don't have to explain myself again. You guys be well, and thank you very much, and we'll see you guys soon enough. Be well, sleep well for those who are gonna sleep. Good insomnias for the ones who are gonna go with insomnias. And thank you. You be well.